Hey everybody, it's Patrick.
Hey, it's Jeffrey.
And we're back with another Masters of the Universe Classics Bio Talk.
Yay.
Bio Figure
Talk.
Darn it, I'm gonna get this.
You will.
We did in the last video, Man-at-Arms video, I think I said it right.
Yeah, you did.
I'll have to watch it back.
Okay.
Are you on film?
Yeah.
Let's get you in. There you go. There's plenty of me in there. We'll get more of you. Okay, so who are we talking about today?
He-Ro.
He-Ro. That is awesome.
Really awesome.
Yeah, I really like the He-Ro figure.
He's really cool.
Okay, well, let's go right into the bio.
Okay. He-Ro, heroic cosmic warrior, real name, Ro. Given the Sword of He by the overlords of the timeless dimension of Trala, Ro was told to go forth and combat evil. During one such epic battle, he was infected with a techno-organic virus by Horde Supreme and sent through a vortex to the magic planet of Eternia. Once there, he was healed by Eldor in a mystical pool which absorbed his virus. In gratitude, He-Ro swore to help free Eternia from the Snake Men and Horde invaders. He defended the free people alongside the great King Grayskull, eventually bequeathing his sword to the king upon his heroic death.
Okay, so for you,
this is a new person.
It's a new person altogether.
But I really like it.
Because He-Ro was not in Filmation.
No.
I mean, well, he wasn't in Filmation, but he wasn't in 2002, which is where you primarily was a fan.
But I really like the idea of him.
Okay, so tell me, like, when you read the bio, and of course you actually have a He-Ro figure.
Yep.
Talk to me about him, bio-wise.
I really like it, and like I said, He-Ro is a really cool figure, not cool figure, but a cool character to have.
Mm-hmm.
And I really liked him, and seeing as this is the first storyline of He-Ro I ever knew,
mm-hmm.
and I do really like the storyline. I think it fits in good with the whole story, and I like how they added like Eldor was already known before, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, but I like how they used other people to add into the storyline.
Yeah, so I think the bio is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did a great job of working He-Ro in, and why I say that is because He-Ro was originally, way back, He-Ro
mm-hmm.
was going to be introduced as part of the Powers of Grayskull line that never made it. So the original He-Man Filmation, the mini comics, all of that toy line was going on, and then they were going to take it to the next level, and bring out this Power of Grayskull's line and introduce the character of He-Ro.
Mm-hmm.
But the character of He-Ro, in a lot of ways, the story is King Grayskull's story.
It is?
Yeah, and so when 2002 came around, they introduced King Grayskull, and really, King Grayskull was a new character. He had no background ever in any of the history, so they kind of took a lot of like He-Ro elements, but they made King Grayskull. And for a lot of us, it was like kind of disappointing because it was cool, but it was like, why did they just introduce somebody new when they could have officially brought in He-Ro?
Yeah.
So it was a little disappointing because it was like they'll never bring in He-Ro now because they just used a lot of the story elements of He-Ro, or the idea of a character for He-Ro was used on King Grayskull. So to see Masters of the Universe Classics reintroduce both King Grayskull, which I also really like as a character, but also bring in He-Ro, I think is really cool. And I think they did that really well considering they were originally sort of the same character. I'm not quite sure, like, these overlords of the timeless dimension of Trala, I'll be glad when they flesh that out a little bit, because at this point, like, is this Orko's race of people, or are they different?
Isn't it?
Well, Trala was his planet, but are they a bunch of different, really, like, Orko, do they look like Orko, or are they different? They're just overlords of
Maybe they're
Trala.
bigger than Orko.
Right, and are they, are they like mysterious beings, or what is it? Because they keep getting referenced several times, and so I don't know. I'll be glad to see more information come on them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like that they gave him the sword.
Yep.
I think it's really interesting that He-Ro is infected by a virus because also Titus in his bio talks about how his dinosaur became a techno-virus. Yep. So I think that's interesting. So maybe that virus came to Eternia with Hordak and He-Ro when they both landed there or whatever. Mm-hmm. I love the idea that He-Ro had this sword.
Yeah.
And that Eldor helped him heal. Mm-hmm. And then that He-Ro went and helped King Grayskull and then eventually gave him a sword.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I think it's very cool.
One question that I had, one thing that confused me a little bit is it says the overlords of Trala send him to go fight evil and all that.
Yeah.
But isn't it also the overlords of Trala who have the cosmic enforcers who fight for both good and evil?
Right.
So I like.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, why do they have why do they have people who fight for both good and evil, but then they have somebody who just fights against evil?
Well, those people like the Zodiacs are there. The Zodiac with a C he's tasked with maintaining neutrality.
Yes.
So we still don't really even know what that truly means, right? But but again, yeah, you're touching on a really important point. Like these overlords of Trala, are they like...
Sounds like they're controlling everything.
Right, I mean, are they... And if that's the case, I need that fleshed out a little bit more, and I need it to make more sense, because back in the day, Eternia was like the center of the universe, and the source of all things mysterious and powerful and magical and technological and all of these things. So the power was like, to an extent, easy. It was easy to think that it really all originated and dwelled, and that Eternia was like the center of this entire thing.
Yeah.
So these overlords of Trala, I don't get, and they've already removed a lot of the mystery of Castle Grayskull because they talk about how that was built.
Yeah.
You know, so all that's left are these overlords of Trala. What are they? Who are they? Where did they come from?
Well, it sounds like they're just powerful beings that are the kind of like the puppet masters of what's going on.
Yeah. So we'll find out more, I'm sure, as the story keeps getting
hopefully
unrolled.
Yeah.
Okay, so want to talk about the figure?
Sure.
Okay, so the figure, actually, let's pull it up for everybody right about...
And it's flashing now.
Okay.
Okay.
So He-Ro is a really cool figure.
He is really cool.
Now he looks like there was like a photo of a catalog that had, and there was some art too of He-Ro in it.
Yeah.
And this Masters of the Universe Classics version is very faithful to that. The figure from back in the day that never was released was going to have a really metallic. They call it vac metallic.
Mm-hmm.
Which Hurricane Hordak is coming out with, so you'll be able to see what it could have been. This figure was like a painted metallic, so it's not as reflective.
Yep.
Which I'm fine with. I think it would have been cool to get the really shiny, but what do you think about this as a figure?
I really like him, and just like the bio, this is the first like creation of He-Ro I've ever seen. So overall, there's nothing that I can really compare to like what I've seen before. But I do really think he's a cool figure.
It's really heroic.
Yeah, I really like a staff that they have. Like, it's a really cool shaped staff, I think. And overall, I think he's really cool. And
now, did you like the sword, the like translucent blue sword with the little specks inside of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know you've mentioned time and time again about the capes. What do you think about his cape?
He's actually one. I'm not a fan of capes in general, but he's one that. I don't really mind it on him because to me it really makes him that really heroic type character.
Well, he is named He-Ro, so he's going to be like a hero.
Right. And by the way, I liked his real name being Ro.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome. But no, I don't mind his cape on him. It doesn't really hinder his arm movements at all.
Yeah.
You know, posability isn't too bad with this figure. I really liked the staff, like you mentioned, and I also thought it was really cool that they did the 3 different stones.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of random which one you got. Of course, I got the green one, but then I bought 2 individual ones online, so I could have all 3. And I think that's a really cool accessory. I love the sword of He. I like that as well. I like that that's where it originates, the sword of He. Yeah. No, I really like this figure a lot.
Yeah, he's really
I think
cool.
he's a really good mixture of... He definitely does not look sword and sorcery, at a quick glance. He definitely looks much more space.
But isn't it mentioned at some point in these bios about him being like the greatest sorcerer of all time, like the greatest sorcerer in the universe?
Yeah, to me he's like... He almost looks like he came from the future.
Yeah, he's very futuristic.
Right, but so that even is more interesting for me because, because he's, like, the oldest character.
Yeah, he's one of the oldest characters.
Right, and he looks like he might have fallen straight out of New Adventures line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's very...
Mm-hmm.
So I really like that.
But he was like the first cosmic warrior, wasn't he? Or as far as we know.
Yeah, I mean, but if
So-
you just think about like the timeline,
Yeah.
you know, it all starts really pretty much here.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of this line,
Yeah.
in the story they're telling. So
Well, he's a sorcerer. Maybe he brought some tech or some armor out of the future.
there's been some speculation that maybe when he died,
Mm-hmm.
he ends up being maybe Light Hope from She-Ra, Princess of Power, just that beam of light that She-Ra is always talking to.
Oh.
Which I wonder if that's true, and if that does end up being the case, I kind of think that's cool because
Yeah,
that way
it's
Hero's
cool.
not really dead. He transformed into this
It's like Star
Light
Wars.
Hope. Yeah, it's like Star Wars.
They become part of the Force.
Oh Lord, maybe I like it less now. No offense to the Star Wars fans, I just okay, so that's the figure. Anything else for you about this figure that you want to call out?
No, I like him a lot, and I think he's a great addition to the line.
Absolutely. I think that's going to wrap it up for this video then.
Yep, okay.
All right, we'll see you in the next one. Until then,
Good journey.
good journey.